ready?
I'm ready.
I'm just waiting for him to say we can go. I appreciate it, by the way.
I guess you can introduce yourself and then just pass it off to me, and I will words from that point on.
Oh, okay, we're live.
Okay.
Alright, let me minimize this. Okay. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is ThatsFairZack. I will be running Tetris Attack on Versus Very Hard. Just the Versus Very Hard. We'll see how that goes. Shouldn't take too long. Tetris Attack is a really interesting game if you've ever played it, or played like Pokemon Puzzle League or anything very similar to that. It's a good game. Very good game. And I have with me here, I've got Six, who is my commentator for today, if he wants to introduce himself.
Hello. Yeah, I've played this a lot. This is a very mechanically interesting game with a very unfortunate name, but I'll rant about that later. And yeah, we're going to see the hardest mode ran in this. It is kind of scary, but also very impressive once you have it down. So
yeah, it's one of those games that kind of has to click for you, but we'll get into it as soon as I start. So what they have is these 3 difficulties you're going to play on. We're going to be playing against the computer, the CPU, obviously. And there's different ways to defeat... Well, there's really one main way to defeat them, but we'll get into the explanation as I go. But we're going to play on a difficulty that's not here. It's called Very Hard, and as soon as I activate that difficulty, I'll start the timer and start the run. So, you ready?
good here.
Good going? All right. I guess we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Green is red. So there we go. This is the hardest mode of Tetris Attack. I think the game just calls it hardest. People in the puzzle community may call it hard but red, or either way. It is nothing to sneeze at. We're going to try and KO each of these CPU opponents as fast as possible. The progression for that is first to try and send one block of garbage with combos and chains as fast as possible. Progression beyond that is figuring out how to send exactly what you need to top them off in as fast as possible. So there's many layers of how to get better at the speedrun. That's all just pure mechanics. No skips here or anything. So you can see the runner trying to keep up the chain, also trying to weave in combos there as much as possible to try and shorten the chain. We have a good 9 lines on Bumpy. This time looks like we required maybe just 5 or 6, but it's better to overkill them than to no-overkill them, they say. Now we're out of that in just 25 seconds. This is going to fly by pretty fast. There's a total of 12 stages in which we're going to be trying to do this over and over again. On to Poochie. The only difference in at least the first 2 stages of CPU ability here is that the cursor gets slightly faster. Nice chain. Looks like we may have needed all of that. Poochie has an unfortunate clear. If you're going to run this game and try and get super sick times, you need to adjust to the fact that regardless of what you do, the CPU may just choose to waste your time.
Yeah, it can just happen. They'll just go crazy and just chain and combo you back.
So yeah, even like perfect play only goes so far. You can sort of adapt to what they're going to do if you can read their board, but you need like 7 eyes for that, so only a few people like in the entirety of gaming have that ability to do that constantly. Pretty good Wiggler kill though.
Yeah, I know. That was pretty good. I thought it was like I thought I was gonna struggle at first because he started getting the chains off. Started like killing my garbage.
luckily, until we get to, I believe, stage 9, none of these opponents will intentionally go for chains. So there isn't that much of a risk of them knocking you out, but they can still waste your time, which is annoying in a speedrun setting.
Oh, he cleared it.
Cleared it. We need a couple more lines anyway, and there's nothing for Fog to clear here. So we should go down as soon as that stops shaking.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Alright.
fine. One scary thing is that bigger garbage blocks make the screen shake longer, which is why the most efficient follow-up attacks all involve sending the tiniest combos possible so that there is no screen shake, so you give the CPU opponent the least amount of time possible to troll you. And this is one of those games where, like, you can miss sending that garbage block by frames, and if you do that, they'll waste 30 seconds on you. Anything like that. Looks like the follow-up attack here should be good.
Oh yeah.
It is. Alright, so we are already halfway through, but the CPU opponents do get scarier. There is more of a risk of being trolled, there is more of a risk of being crushed or killed, so we've gotta be wary about that. But for now, attacking the lungefish. Decent amount of chains. Fish is going pretty low. So a little bit more should do it. Watch your head. I have suffered far too many accidental deaths
I
like
got
that.
a little nervous there for a second. I was like, oh boy.
Stop. We're good now. Now change the top off the fish. Now it's about if they have any convenient clears off the top.
There we go.
And no shake time on that new garbage block means that is a dead fish. We like.
Honestly, out of all the opponents, the one that usually gives me the most trouble is Kamek. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, well, their behavior is going to change up a bit. Oh, this is a good setup. Look at those lag chains. Oh yeah. Still need a bit more for the bird. Using up time with the clear here. This is where I like to call this finding panic combos, just enough to top them off multiple times. It's a bit risky when their current speed is as fast as they are now, but still got them. Fine. It could have been so much worse. Alright, it's on to the Cave of Wickedness, and in the last 4 stages, now these opponents will actively do action chains on you. So, if you mess up your opening attack, there is a chance you can be pinned by their garbage and just have such a bad time. So we've got a healthy chain here. Send more just in case they find a way to downstack. Alright, we've got a few clears. But as long as things are popping on our screen, we can't die. So we're just finding ways to get a little bit more of an attack in there. Our attack will not actually drop until we finish the chain, and when we're stuck clearing the garbage like that, it can take a while. That's why the opening attack is even more important. But we got the hook bill down. We're still fine.
Yeah, the skillful instinct person in me at this game wants to keep chaining, but the speedrunner in me knows I gotta stop just to let the things drop.
Yeah, there's also a thing where if you do combos too fast after an initial attack ends, you end up gluing the garbage together, and the game of frames can happen, and it's all terrible. You lose time because you did things too fast. We've got another decent attack here. Up to an 8 chain, 9, send them their entire board just in case. They will eventually use up all their panels.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna low myself.
Alright, and you can't raise your stack while things are clearing, but as long as you can still build chains off of the garbage that is clearing, you at least will not die. Dying is not very fast. This planet is pretty low, there's not going to be any shake time after this clears, so this might be the kill?
Yeah.
It is. Alright.
You just get trolled so bad by some of these guys. And my arch nemesis is next. If there's a reason for me to lose, if there's a time for me to lose, it's now.
I mean, in this cave, people can send exactly the attack they want, and the AI will just not die for a minute and a half or more.
Ooh, I really messed up here.
So,
My hand slipped and all of a sudden my brain went crazy, but I got it. Ugh. Ugh.
So going for really fast times is basically you have to play with a superb level of skill and reflexes to have the chance to pull a slot machine to get a good time on a stage. And we love it for some reason. Alright, keeping the chains coming. I might try to find some chains for a while, but we're just going to keep sending the attacks, and they can't survive them all. Garbage block is in. They're doing another clear, but they are using up a lot of panels in the process. Kamek used up most of them, so he might not have a... Oh, he does have a clear. But he's running out of space. Totally out of position now. If someone finds out to buy that little bit of stop time that might... Okay, now he's out of moves.
I was about to say, come on, Kamek. Oh boy. Now we're going into the last stage.
Alright, this is Bowser time. He has all of the cursor speed, so... Gotta make sure the opening attack is solid, and then just counter all of his garbage, and make sure he's topped off until Bowser goes by. That's still fine. Rebuild the chain here. Yep. Okay, probably rebuild another chain before he... Or maybe this will get him. Oh, that was close.
Yeah, that was really close.
We need more lines now. Now he's gotta keep
got him!
Up off, and there he goes.
Alright. Not bad. It's about your average run.
I'd say that's a pretty solid time for somebody that doesn't dabble in this all the time. That is very appreciable. Very nice job.
It's maybe like my 5th or 6th run in like 7 years. Forgot how much fun it is, though. It's a really good game.
Yeah, it's very mechanically interesting, and it's mechanically interesting enough that there's an entire community of people that do speedrun races against each other, including all kinds of little tournaments where you have to try your best to see what you can do in a single race run against somebody else. It is very nerve-wracking. There is a lot of skill. There is a lot of luck, and it combines something really cool. So whether you want to do those or just play this casually and try and beat the hardest mode, I hope these tips serve you wisely.
I will say though, like, you know, I played Tetris Attack a lot more when I was a kid than I did Pokemon Puzzle League. If you want to see this format of gaming, but you want to see it in probably a more intense speedrun, you need to check out Pokemon Puzzle League, the super hard mode. It is absolutely insane. It's like twice as hard as this. It's crazy.
That is an ordeal. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. But yeah, that's all I had. Just this. I'll be back again in like 2 days for another run. So hopefully, you guys want to stick around for that one. That one is something I do know very well, very, very, very well. You know,
that's what I think it is. That is also very cool. Check
What's
that
that?
out. That's what I think it is, then it is also very, very cool.
Oh yeah, man, it's gonna be good.
Skill and luck dependent.
Yeah, but it should be good. I need to give it a little bit more practice in the next 2 days, but we'll do it. We'll be good. It's a race though, but it'll be fine. But yeah, thank y'all for having me, and thank you for doing commentary for me, man. I really appreciate it.
All good.
And yep, that's it from us.